everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is about life, being a mummy and beauty. So I haven't filmed in a short while. I think it's been like a couple of weeks, purely because it's been so much going on and I've literally had no time to do it. As you all know, I do have a new baby who is 13 weeks today, which is actually crazy. But yeah, I just haven't really had time to think about doing it. I've been trying to get my nail business back up and running so that when I go back to work at the end of January-ish, then it's going to be all ready. But I'm hoping to kind of get that sorted sooner rather than later, so that I can get it all just ready. And like, you know, I've been rebranding all of my nail gels and all that kind of stuff, so it's just been really hectic. Not to mention that the room that I usually film in is an absolute tip. This is Oakley's room. As you can see, all the baby stuff's in here, and this is probably the only room that is clean. Not gonna lie, I mean, it's not dirty, but it's mainly clothes because I have lots of clothes, but there we go. But yeah, so that room that I usually film in is a mess. Also, I redid my the desk that I used to film on has now gone, and I've sold that to somebody else, and I've got a new one in that I covered in vinyl. It's a really nice marble vinyl because I've got this thing with marble at the moment, but I'll post some photos now. So yeah, that was done over a couple of days. That's another reason why I couldn't really get anything done, because that's another thing that I did in my spare time. And obviously these things look great, but it does take a while because you've got to stop and start, obviously, with the baby and whatever. So yeah, that was another thing that I did. So getting down to what I'm actually going to do this video about. So I am going to do a couple of consecutive filming about different subjects to do with the baby kind of mum element. So I'm going to be doing a miscarriage, because I unfortunately had a miscarriage before I had Oakley, so that's going to be the first one. Then I will be doing a pregnancy, then I'll be doing a labour and a birth, and then potentially a separate one I'll be doing an afterbirth. I just think that these are the kind of things that, you know, when people find out they're pregnant now, I even say to them, like, don't listen to anybody else's advice. You know, you don't know, everyone can advise you, but no one can tell you what your birth experience is going to be like. And I mean, I'm a massive example for that, because mine didn't go anywhere near how it was meant to go, and I hardly had a plan in the first place. So, you know, it can't go anywhere normal. But I think encouraging yourself to watch other people's experiences and stuff maybe helps sometimes. It gives you a little bit of it kind of puts you at ease, and it just makes you feel a little bit better about everything. And I just think that is really helpful. I mean, I watched a lot of people's births before, and pregnancy stories and all this kind of stuff, and it did kind of help me a little bit with my own stuff. I mean, I wasn't going to think, if you watch it and you think that's what it's going to be like, then there's no point in even watching it in the first place, because everybody's different. If you can watch it with the mindset of that's how they experienced it, but mine's probably going to be different, then that is the better way of looking at it. And if you can do that, then it's really worth looking into other people's stories. But basically, yes, this one today is going to be about my miscarriage, which will be the first one. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, because basically when I did have my miscarriage, I did a video back then that was about what happened and that kind of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll post a link to that video that will kind of allow you to watch that. I do pre-warn you, it is very raw, it is very truthful and honest, and I don't think I could have said much more that was real about it, really. Yeah, it'll probably be a tearjerker. I can't even watch it back now without crying, and it's just, you know, it's crazy. In the pandemic at the moment, I can't even imagine what people are going through with having to be in these appointments on their own. I know that from a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple of days ago, they've now allowed people to go to the 12-week scan, but it's now been changed at one of the hospitals nearby me that it has to be a partner, which I also think is a bit miffed, because not everybody has a partner as such. But I'm not really too sure about that. I'm lucky enough that I had my partner with me when I did have my miscarriage, which means I had the support there. So just to cover some ballparks, just so you've got a slight idea of what happened, but like I say, more of it will be explained in the video. So basically I miscarried on the 22nd of August 2019 officially. Actually I was like kept waiting over a couple of weeks to find out whether there actually was no baby or whether I was just too early or whatever. So yeah, they kept me coming back for 3 weeks in a row, like once every week I had to go back and be like checked over again, and then there was certain tests they did that made me feel like I was okay, and then I wasn't, and blah blah blah. So basically I miscarried on the 22nd of August, so it's been just over a year since I had my miscarriage. And as you all know, I now have Oakley, so I did fall pregnant not very long after my miscarriage. So all I can say is don't be disheartened if you do have a miscarriage. It's like 1 in 3, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure is like 1 in 3 people have a miscarriage, and some people don't even know that they've had one, because it can just be disguised as a bleeding, as a period, if you wouldn't know that you were pregnant in the first place. So yeah, so that's a lot of people. 1 in 3 is a lot of people, and like I say, nobody talks about it. It's a massive taboo. You know, there were so many people when I posted my video that then said to me, you know, I've been through it and I've never been able to speak about it, but can I speak to you about it? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like that was the whole point. I mean, I didn't have time to grieve. I kind of wanted to turn it into a positive in the best way and help other people, which is exactly what I did in the end. I did help a lot of people, which is, you know, I'm grateful for that. I could have turned my experience into a positive when it's such negative in the first place. So yeah, so if you watch the video and if you have got any questions, anything you want to ask, I mean, just pop a message on here. Obviously the video that's originally posted is actually on my Facebook account. My Facebook is quite private because of having the baby, but if you did want to message me or ask me any questions, I'm absolutely open to answering anything. So just pop a message onto my Facebook page and I will be able to reply to you as soon as I can. And if there's anything else that maybe that video doesn't cover, I mean, I did film it like a year ago now. Unfortunately, I can't get it off of Facebook, which is really frustrating because the platform doesn't allow me to save my own video back. But the video that I originally filmed on my phone has been deleted from, you know, having memory issues or whatever. I've obviously deleted it for some reason, which is really frustrating because I would have loved to have popped it on here. So if anybody knows how I do that, then please tell me, because I would love to actually edit it and put it on here when it's literally, I didn't know how to film then, so it's literally just a block 45-minute odd video of me talking about it and crying and just getting everything out. Another thing I just want to say is, if you do know anyone that's miscarried, don't be shy. You know, most people are quite happy to talk about it, they just don't know how to approach it. You know, they don't know how to, they don't actually want everyone to feel pity on them. I mean, yes, it's the worst thing in the world, but when everybody pities over you, it makes you feel even worse. That's my personal opinion. And I know a couple of other people that just wish they would be able to speak about it, but unfortunately, because it's such a taboo subject, everyone's just like, you know, they don't want to speak about it or whatever, which I think is horrendous, to be honest with you. But that is the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. It's not something that's spoken about very often, but if there is something that I can personally do to change that, then I will make sure that that happens, because I feel like nobody should have to shy away from what they want to speak about. You know, people have these experiences and sometimes all you can do is talk to people, and it's a great help. But with these kind of subjects, you can't, because it's so, you know, frowned upon, and you know, like when people ask me about my miscarriage, I'll happily sit there and tell you it. But on the same token, when I say I've had a miscarriage, I also feel like I'm guilty for announcing that I've had one in the first place, which it shouldn't be like that. You know, it should be just like getting married or somebody passing away. Like, you can talk about these things. It's life, it happens. You know, like I say, 1 in 3 people is a lot of people, and you'd actually be surprised how many people around you have miscarried, but they either don't tell you, they don't know, or not many people know in the first place. Like I said, there's lots of people around me that had miscarriages, but I had no idea. Like, you just wouldn't know because people don't speak about it, because it's just, oh, it's so frustrating that you can't speak about these things, but that is just what it is. But yeah, you know, it's one of these things, and I just wish for people that do experience it that it will change. So yeah, I didn't want this one to be too long, because basically, like I said, most of the video is pretty self-explanatory. But like I say, any questions or anything like that, then please just message my Facebook page. I'm hoping that I will know how to pop a link on this description so that I can guide you guys to the video and you can watch it. But like I say, for people that have had miscarriages or general loss or stillbirth or whatever, it is quite triggering. If you've experienced it, you'll probably understand a bit better how I was feeling. But yeah, that was my way of coping with it. So I hope that you guys can watch it and it can help you or help people around you. Feel free to share it onto Facebook. That's absolutely fine. I'm more than happy to get the word around. That's the whole point of me doing it in the first place. But yeah, I now have a stir in Oakley over there. So I'm going to finish the video up there. But yes, I will tag the video and I'm hoping that it will help people. And yeah, that is the end of chapter 1. My miscarriage. As always, please like and subscribe if you want to watch more. Like I say, I do have some upcoming videos that I've already planned, so I'll get those done as soon as possible. I'm really sorry if I don't post every single week. As most of you mums know, it's not that easy to be just posting. I did try my best to start with, but Oakley was a bit smaller. He does spend more time awake now, so it's just a case of trying to work around when I can and when I'm not tidying the house up and stuff like that. So I will try my best, but like I say, please keep posted. I thought I'd give you a sneaky peek of the regular. Hope you enjoyed watching and I'll see you next time. And now we're in editing mode.